Hey guys, Notorious here, and welcome to another Fallout 76 video. Today I'm going to be talking about my Raider Pyro build. Now, this build is not completed, but I do know how to complete it. So, basically I'm kind of getting a little bored with it, and the reason being is because I'm not a high enough level to finish it. And I don't have the time right now and the drive to really finish this build. I have a lot of other builds in mind that I know will be a lot easier to make and would be a lot more fun, even though this one is quite fun since you do a lot of damage, but I have other ideas. So I'm basically going to go over as clean and slow as possible and not get tongue twisted or have recording software have a bug and all other stupid stuff that's happened today. So basically we're going to start off with my weapons, my armor, some of the effects, a little bit of mutations, and then the build itself. Alright, so as you can see, I am holding a flamethrower, and that is going to be your main weapon in this build. Now, this is exactly how you're going to have it set up. So, you need at least all the mods unlocked to pretty much get this thing to where you need it to be. So, you need a napalm tank, you need the long barrel, you need the huge tank, you need the vaporization nozzle. So, all of these will help with will help with the build and help with your damage, with range, and help with ammo capacity. So the napalm tank gives you superior damage. The long barrel helps with your reach, which is really helpful. Your huge tank brings you up to 200 fuel rounds per second, whatever. Your vaporization nozzle has superior damage, even though it has inferior range. We're really going for damage here. Alright. Next, we're going to be talking about the armor I am wearing. So, I am currently wearing a skin. So, if we take that off, my skull and suit, I am wearing a full set of Raider heavy armor. Now, these are exactly the mods you're going to be putting on your Raider heavy armor. So, yes, they are legendary. You don't need to have them legendaried. It's just because I wanted it legendary. So, have that as a side note. On your legs, on all legs, on all arms, in theory, you would need everything at buttressed. Since I don't have anything higher than welded, it would be buttressed. And every one of your legs, arms, need to have deep pocketed, so then you have increased carry weight. Carry weight is a very, very important part of this build, because you don't need to be encumbered. Seriously, and being encumbered is really going to hinder this build. Alright. So as you can see, it's all pretty much the same except they're legendary. Now for your chest piece. You also need it buttressed here, and you need asbestos lining so that you have more energy resistance, so that when you're fighting robots or anyone else that has a flamethrower or anything like that, you are more resistant to it. Alright. Next is going to be in your stats menu under effects. So because of one of the perks we have in in endurance, it is called rejuvenated. So when you have full food and full water, you gain increased benefit. Now one of those happens to be plus 40 health, plus 1 strength, and 45 disease resistance. Now when you have full water, oh, it's not full anymore. Well, let's quickly fix that. Where's my food? Where's my water? Water. Where's water? Let's bring that back up. It's all the way down. I don't know why it's all the way at the bottom. Alright, now that I have fully hydrated, I gain 1 endurance, I gain 45% AP regen, and 45% disease resistance. So that is really helpful because since you are a very close range build, you're going to be running up and burning them, and also you need the extra health so then you're more tanky. Right. Now, as you see, I have all the mutations. You need mutations for this build, especially carnivore. You do not want, I think it's herbivore, which makes you eat plants. You're definitely going to want to have meat since it doubles the benefits of meat. Now, in your food and drink, you're going to be using a lot of different meats to boost your, boost your specials. Now, when you eat food and it increases your specials for a limited amount of time, like it says right there, agility +4, you can see that here in your stats menu under specials. So it will give you increased whatever you eat, if it's +4 to strength, +4 to agility, luck, intelligence, charisma, whatever it is. So before any time you fight something, go through from top to bottom and take 1 of everything. That is 1 agility, 1 strength. If we have, of course you need that. Your cobbler, energy resistance if you're fighting robots, agility. Do I have any food on me? I feel like I have no food. Food. I guess there it is. Strength. Endurance, and I think that's it. That's all I have. So now that I have done that, I have increased strength, increased endurance, and increased agility. So that is going to be very important before you do any fights. So if you load into an area and you have that quick window, quickly eat everything, get your food up, get your drink up, and then charge in there and set everyone on fire. That's pretty much how you're going to be running this build. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, now when it comes to your aid, the only things you need to focus on is having a lot of stim packs, a lot of Radaway. You need, of course, your lunch boxes. That's very important. Your disease cures. You need your antibiotics and your adrenal. Everything else, in my opinion, you should sell so then you get some caps. That's how you make a lot of money. When it comes to your ammo, you're only going to be focusing on fuel. Do understand finding fuel and making fuel is very, very difficult. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of giving up on this build, because it's a lot of caps. You need to buy it from people. Not a lot of people have it, and trying to find acid, oil, and steel, or whatever it takes to make fuel itself is really, really difficult. That is why my base currently is sitting on an acid location. Alright, now we're going to talk about the build itself. Okay, so this is where it gets a bit complicated. I'm going to try and slow it down for myself and for you guys, so then everything works properly. Okay. Now, first off, I do have a legendary special perk on me that is strength, and it has 2 stars in it, which gives me 2 additional strength. Oops. So, if I didn't have that on, my specials would read 9 strength, 1 perception, 9 endurance, 8 charisma, 8 intelligence, 10 agility, and 11 luck. That is without using any legendary perk cards in specials. So, alright, we're going to talk about the legendary perks. No, we'll do it second. So, we'll just talk about it normally. So, with, let's see, that would be 9 right there, I think. Yeah, that's 9. So, in strength, you would only have 9 currently, if you're not using legendary perks. So you would have Traveling Pharmacy, which helps reduce the weight of all your stim packs, Radaway, all your aid basically. So that is very important because we do not want to become over-encumbered. Pack Rat reduces all junk's weight by 75%. All of us are collecting junk. All of us need this perk. Bear Arms. You're going to have this at 2. So then it reduces the weight of your flamethrower by 60%. You can have it at 3 if you want, but you will lack in damage. And for your last piece, you have either whatever gunner version you'd like, whether it's heavy, expert, or master. They all are the exact same perk cards, they're just different tiers. That's all they are. Alright. Next up is Perception. You're going to have 1 in Perception, and you're going to have Glow Sight, so then you have 20% more damage to glowing enemies. This is very, very important since glowing enemies are kind of a pain in the ass. Endurance. You need Adamantium Skeleton, so then when you fight something, you're not having your bones break in the middle of a fight. Aqua Girl, so then when you are walking around in water, you don't take rads and you can breathe underwater. Fireproof is a very important part since it makes you tanky. So it reduces explosives and fire attacks by 45%. And Rejuvenated, which I talked about, so when you're fully fed and hydrated, you get a bit of a boost. Charisma. You need 8 in Charisma, which is strength in numbers. Since we are mutated, you're probably going to be playing with your friends, or at least being in a public group, so this will help. Hard Bargains. Since we're all buying and selling, you will need this perk. It's a no-brainer. Travel Agent, so when you travel around, you have reduced spending on caps. Oops, no, what are you doing? We're doing so good. And Tenderizer. Tenderizer is a very important part to this build. Now, the reason why Tenderizer is important is because Adrenaline, as you see over there, these two perks will go hand in hand. So, as Adrenaline says, make your target receive 10% more damage for 10 seconds after you attack. So basically, once you start attacking something, you get 10% more damage. In Intelligence, you need Batteries Included, which reduces your energy weapon ammo by 90%. And Gunsmith, which allows your guns to break 50% slower and tier 5 level of guns. Agility, you need Through Hiker, since we are carrying food and water on us at all times. Adrenaline, which is very important to this build, you need it completely maxed out. Basically, you gain 10% damage after killing something, and it has a 30% or a 30 seconds. What does it not cool down? Okay, let me simplify that. After killing something, you get 10% more damage for 30 seconds, and after killing something, that 30 seconds refreshes and adds a stack. Yes. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it works. Alright, so that and Tenderizer are very important. So the reason why they are is because you're going to be stacking damage plus having 10% with Tenderizer. So a good example is you're fighting a bunch of ghouls. There are 7 ghouls in front of you. If you face the first ghoul and you start shooting that one, because of Tenderizer, you get 10% more damage. After killing that ghoul, because of Adrenaline, you gain 10% damage for 30 seconds. So the next ghoul you shoot, you are doing 20% damage because of Tenderizer, and Adrenaline after you kill that ghoul goes up to 30, and after you kill 6 ghouls, you will have 70 because you get the 60 from Adrenaline, and after you face that final 7th ghoul, you're doing 70 damage altogether. Very, very important. Last, you have Evade. You need this perk so then you become a bit tanky, so then you get damage and energy resistance for the amount of agility points you currently have. So we have 10, I get plus 2, that is 20? Yes, it's 20 damage resistance and energy resistance. Now in luck you need Pharma. so then you get increased chance of finding any aid in any medical boxes that you find around the world. Class Freak, which reduces the negative effects of your mutations by 75%. And Starch Genes, because we are mutated, once you have them all, you do not want to lose them or have it cured in any way. And the last one, Good with Salt. Now you need this perk so then everything you enjoy does not spoil super fast. Okay. Need to get up on my chair again. Okay, so does everyone got that? Everyone good with how the basic setup works? Now this is where it's going to get a little tough because I don't have the levels to show you, but luckily I do have 11 perks ready, so I can show you exactly where to put them. Excuse me. So, legendary perks. So first off, excuse me, jeez. You need Master Infiltrator, so then you can automatically hack terminals and do all lockpicks, which is extremely helpful. You need Ammo Factory. You're going to need this at max, so then when you produce ammo, which means you craft it, you have a higher chance of making more rounds. Or, no, you just produce more rounds, I'm sorry. Now, you do not need What's Rads, and I suggest you not use it because I realize there's another way to make this build really nice. So if you take away What's Rads and you replace it with Strength, your next perks should be Endurance, and then Agility, and for your last one you will have Intelligence. Now, you need all of those maxed out to 5, so then you gain 5 perk points into each place, and this is what you're going to do with them. Go back. Alright. So in Strength, what you're going to do is you're going to have maxed out Heavy Gunner and maxed out Expert Gunner. So that will be 40% more damage to non-explosive weapons. You're going to need that for your flamethrower. Don't put anything in there. In Endurance, since you're putting 5 into that, you're going to need Ironclad, this one right here, and basically, you're going to max this one out, and you're going to gain, in total, should be 50 damage and energy resistance while not wearing power armor. So it makes you extremely tanky. Since Raider armor doesn't really have a lot of protection, this will give you more protection. Next would be, I said, Intelligence. In Intelligence, here it is. You're going to go ahead and put 2 into First Aid, so then your stim packs restore 30% more of your lost health, and you're going to have 3 into Nerd Rage, which will give you, while you're below 20% health, gain 40% damage resistance, 20% damage, and 15% AP regen. And last but not least is your Agility. You're going to put 5 into that, and you're going to go ahead and finish off, where to go? You're going to finish off Evade, which brings you up to 3 damage per at a max of 45, which I think that's exactly how it should work, because it's 15 times 3. Isn't that 45? I think so. And then for your last 2, you're going to have 2 into Dodgy, and 2 into Action Girl, and the reason for this is so then you gain increased action point regenerative, that's 30%, and you have a 20% chance to avoid incoming damage at the cost of 30% action points. So you have a lot of defensive, you're kind of tanky, and you have a lot of damage coming in. So that's basically how you're going to set this up. Now for the last thing is going to be your offhand perks, as I call them. So all your perks down here. In Intelligence, you need Fix It Good, which helps repair your armor over the normal durability to 200%. You're going to need this perk, which I cannot read that last one. I'm pretty sure it says Weapon Arsenal or Arsonist, or I get the general understanding of it. Basically, you need this perk so then it repairs your... Oi! repairs your flamethrower over the 20% of normal durability. You're going to need an agility. You need White Knight, so then when you go to repair your armor, it is 60% cheaper to repair. You need Ammo Smith, so you're going to have this on when you make ammo. So I did the math on it. So if you have a maxed out ammo factory, it gives you 150 more rounds being crafted. And with this on, that's 80%, that's 230. If you craft 10 fuel, that's 1,000. That brings you up to 2,300, and then you need this last perk, Super Duper, which gives you a 30% chance to double what you've crafted. A really great thing is as soon as you equip this, you automatically get that double. But after crafting something else, it goes back to like 30% chance. So basically, if you have this on, Ammo Factory and Ammo Smith, I said it was 2,000, so that's 4,600 rounds of fuel in one sitting. So that's how you're going to be crafting ammo. Okay, so I think that is it for this build. Now, I hope that was a lot better explained than the last 2 times I did this after having major issues. If you guys have liked it, please comment down below and tell me what you think. My name is Notorious, and have a wonderful day.